The ruling coalition in Japan has enacted a controversial bill it says is necessary to stop terrorist attacks. The law criminalizes the act of plotting serious crimes, but critics say it could infringe on civil liberties. The bill skipped the committee stage, going straight to an upper house vote. Opposition parties accuse the ruling bloc of steamrolling the legislative process. The law punishes all members of a group involved in planning a serious crime if authorities find at least one of them preparing for it. The government says the law is necessary to beef up security before Tokyo hosts the Olympics and Paralympics in 2020. Opposition parties had tried to block a vote on the bill with a non-confidence motion, but that was voted down. Critics say the law could suppress intellectual freedom and be applied arbitrarily by law enforcement agencies. They also say there was not enough deliberation on it. The enactment came just days before the end of the current Diet session. Following the bill's enactment, Japan's prime minister said the law will protect people's lives and property. Meanwhile, the main opposition leader lashed out at how the process played out.
Japan is preparing to host the Tokyo Olympics and Paralympics in 3 years. Now that the legislation is enacted, we hope to ratify the UN Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime as soon as possible and work together with the international community to prevent terrorism.
It was an ultimate act of steamrolling. The LDP, Komeito, and Nippon Ishin refused to debate the legislation in an upper house committee. The chamber is known as a house of deliberation. I cannot understand why they would tarnish that.
People have mixed opinions about the bill being passed.
It's necessary to stop crimes before they happen, but I'm not happy with how the bill was enacted. I think the ruling parties just pushed it through without enough debate.
I think there is some danger in criminalizing acts at the plotting stage, but I hope there will be a drop in crime.
I don't support the legislation and feel it doesn't reflect people's opinions. I think it's scary that you can be taken in based on an assumption that you were plotting a crime when you actually may have no intention to commit one.
To find out more about this controversial law, I'm joined in the studio by our senior commentator, Takashi Ichinose. Why was this bill rushed through the upper house of the Diet?
That's exactly what opposition parties are asking. Critics say the bill had a lot of issues that still need to be clarified. They claim there was not enough time devoted to this issue. In fact, it was given minimal debate in the lower and upper house before being enacted this morning. The bill also skipped committee stage, which is a rather extraordinary step. Some people are speculating that the government wanted to pass the bill before next week's Tokyo Metropolitan Assembly elections. However, the government said the bill was being passed quickly because the legislative session wraps up later this week and the new measures are essential to ensure national security.
So why is this law so contentious?
Critics say the law is too broad and too far-reaching. They're concerned it gives authorities too much power and that it will infringe on civil liberties and human rights. The law covers 277 crimes, some say, which do not involve terrorism. The opposition sees it is a watered-down version of the conspiracy bill, which was voted down 3 times since 2003. The UN Special Rapporteur on Rights to Privacy has even weighed in. He wrote a letter to Prime Minister Abe expressing serious concern that it may fundamentally affect public freedoms. Public opinions is also divided. Take a look at this recent poll. Those for and against the bill are nearly even, but nearly 40% of people are undecided, which goes to show that the people do not know enough and are unsure.
So then what happens now?
Now that the bill has become law, the government is going to implement it. Officials say they will ensure authorities do not abuse it. At the same time, the government needs to explain to the public why the new law won't infringe upon their rights. But it's going to be a hard sell.
Thank you very much, our senior commentator, Takashi Ichinose. Thank you.